Today we're going to be taking a look at why it is so important for your moving company to be showing up in those top 3 results on Google. I'm going to break down the top 5 ways that you can rank higher in Google. And I want to share a little statistic with you, which is that the top 3 spots on Google Maps for moving companies get 80% of the traffic, which means if you're in spot 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you're competing for that bottom 20% of the Google search traffic. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, why should trust me? There's a couple reasons, but I used to have my own moving company out in Miami, Florida before I ended up selling that. My brother and I now have a marketing agency that works with moving companies all across the US. We currently have 37 active clients, and we work with every single one of these to have them ranking higher in Google so that you can get more moves every single month without paying a penny. So let's go ahead and take a look. The number 1 reason is an incomplete Google business profile. Now, your Google business profile, I'm sure you're relatively familiar with it already, but when you go in there, a mistake we often see is people have the wrong primary category. Make sure that it's something along the lines of moving or moving and storage. Depending on the location, you can use different categories, but you want to make sure that you have a complete Google business profile. That means lots of different things. It means including a picture, a description, doing posts to your Google business profile. There's a lot that goes into this, but what I want you personally to go ahead and do is go into your Google business profile right now, click around a little bit, see what customizations you can do, and make this look as professional as possible. This is your online business card, so you want to make sure that it represents you and the business that you do. So let's go ahead and look at number 2. This one is very underrated. Review velocity. All that means is how often you're getting reviews. Now, you can have, and I've seen this in the past, you can have 500 5-star reviews, but if you haven't had a review for 3 months, Google is going to list you much lower. Google takes different things into account, but when it comes to reviews, they want frequency of reviews, they want average star rating and amount of reviews. Those are the things that they really take into place. So what I recommend as a moving company, you should be getting at least 2 to 3 new reviews every single week. This recency is going to tell Google, okay, this business is in business, they're doing good work, and the customers are letting us know about that. So they're going to rank you higher in those Google searches, okay? And make sure as well that you reply to every single review, whether it's a good review, whether it's a bad review. I want to make sure that you're going in there and you're talking with your customers. Thank you so much for using us. Sorry this didn't go quite right. How can we help you? Okay, so that's reason number 2. Let's take a look at reason number 3. Now, this is your Google business profile post activity. I mentioned this for a second, but if you go into your Google business profile, a lot of people don't even know that this is a functionality, but you can do posts, just like you can do a post on Facebook or Instagram. Google business profile allows you to do posts. Now, what I would recommend doing, at least once a week, but ideally twice a week, you want to come in there and do a post. And ideally, we want it to be a customized post. So we want it to be specifically for your company, for your moving company, with your logo or whatever it might be, or a picture of you in the trucks, and just let people know what's going on. This week's been great. We've been doing lots of moves. We got to help out this customer. You can do testimonials. Here's a review from one of our people if you want to do discounts. I understand it's getting busy. Here's a 10% discount code, something along those lines. And Google Business Profile is going to do 2 things. It's going to list you higher because it knows that you're posting. And also, this is a way for customers to connect with you. They'll be able to see what's going on and they'll get little notifications about this. Okay. Number 4. This is one that a lot of people don't even consider, and that's why I mentioned it at the very beginning of the video. This is NAP inconsistency. Now, what does NAP stand for? Name, address, phone number. And what this is Google wants to see that you have the same name, address, and phone number across lots of different places. So whether they can find you on Facebook, whether they can find you on Yelp, Angie's List, Thumbtack, Instagram, wherever it might be, you want to make sure that you have the same name, the same business address, and the same phone number across all of these. Because Google will use this to say, okay, this is the same business. They have profiles on lots of different websites. We can trust them a little bit more. They're going to be a better moving company. And Google is incentivized to show the best moving companies for every specific location because they want people to use Google and they want Google to have the best results. So I would definitely recommend going into, and we can run some of these reports for you, but what I can recommend is anywhere you have information online, just like I said, Yelp, Facebook, all of these places, make sure that it is consistent across the board, okay? Now, reason number 5. That you can bring your rankings higher is your photo activity. People so often let customers leave reviews and those photos will show up first. What you really want to do is make sure you have professional team photos on your Google business profile. Now, what this means, my favorite is you get your fleet of trucks, whether you have one truck, whether you have 10 trucks, you get that fleet, you get all of your employees, you have them all wearing your employee clothing, and you take a picture. And that is what you want to be your Google business profile front picture. And you should also be updating pictures as you go along, uploading pictures every once in a while that just updates the business profile, lets people know you're still active, and lets people know that you're actually working on your business. You can see here, most profiles are either empty, unprofessional, or haven't been touched since day one. I want you to change that and do a lot more, okay? Now, where does your moving company actually show up? We can do some really nice reports, and I'll show you what one of those looks like. And we can run a report for your specific business. It's always gonna be moving companies. We only work with moving companies because we want to niche down to what we're actually really great at. And we can run this report for you. Now, this, for example, is in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we've run a report to see where a client of ours is currently ranking before they've joined us. And you can see here they're showing up in 8th position, 14th position, 20th position. In this part of Raleigh, they are not showing up at all, which means if someone is searching for a moving company near me and they're in any of these locations, this person is not showing up. We can do this exact same report for you so you can know what your health is looking like, your business health, I should say. And you can see here red zones and green zones. We want to see you in the top 3 results, like I said at the very beginning, because that's where all of the traffic is. Now, what I recommend you do, go to heavyliftingmarketing.com and either reach out to us, give us a call, 754-799-7626, or just book a strategy session. And what that looks like is we will actually give you a free strategy session where we look at your digital presence and we tell you where there's room to improve. This is completely free. It's not a sales pitch. If you like what you see and you want to use our services, we'd be more than happy to help you. But if you just want to take away the recommendations we give you and apply those to your business, hundreds of people have done this and it works for every single one of them. It's not too difficult to really master your marketing, or at least master, I shouldn't say, that's more difficult. But to get the basics right is going to be 80% of the work, and we'd love to help you with that. So thank you so much for checking out this video. Make sure you subscribe for more moving tips. Again, we only work with moving companies, and I want to get out a lot of content that helps people just like you to scale your moving company. Whether you're currently at $100,000 years or $10 million years, we're here to help you take your business to that next level. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a great day.